VIP. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations.
It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. Cook, a first down and more. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 49ers' 45-yard line.
56. Let's play. 56. Hey, hey. Check 24. Check 24. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up. Look for signals.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of
zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. About 3 yards there to the 27. These two rivals played two of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. Going for it all. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. So much for being intimidated on the road in the playoffs, right? That was a pretty clinical drive right there.
Yeah, they seem to come out with the attitude of, we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team. Just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, 49ers nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up, and then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to pull loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Coleman, the 1st down and a little extra. And finally down at the 32-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
I have to admit I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
By the Seahawks.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
After the interception, here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 54 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're hurting themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty. But it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz, and he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Wentz on the screen. This is Coleman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Coleman.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Play action. Now Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Shotgun now for Wentz. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, 38 yards. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, 49ers 7.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Philip Dorsett on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Wilson gets rid of it quickly, and he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Seattle.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
He's brought down.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. He's going to air it out for Dorsett, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami, ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed, speed, speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Is 3rd down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
The 11-yard line.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, it's Wilson. This is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 21, 49ers 7.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change, name, how about your respect? You're the morning when I get expecting up the back. In fact, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. On play action, Wentz. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He finds the ball comes out. And the Seahawks have recovered. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly...
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 89 yards. And the 49ers are back within a score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A give. This is Cook. Finding room at the 30. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Jaquaski Tart on the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Play action. Now Wilson. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Cook following the penalty. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. That's out to the left and complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 2-yard touchdown grab. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, 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 and finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. Now the second down throw on target. And they'll get him down here at the 23. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They show run with three tight ends here on first down. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. And some room to roam now. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 33 and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Wentz. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Jordan Reed has it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
brings up second.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run it again with Cook. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
At the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Tighten up, tighten up.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. His pass caught at the 4. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And he is going to lose yardage here. But he will not get in. The defense stands tall, and they will hold on to their 1-point lead. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Still down 1 score, and here comes the onside kick. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
To kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Sherman on the tackle.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
At the 32-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
On the carry.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Charles, defensively, 1 timeout left. Do you use it here, or do you let it roll to the 2-minute warning?
I would use it here because you're going to get the 2-minute warning stoppage as well. And then that means you have to snap the ball again. Something could happen. Something could go awry. You could get the ball back. I wouldn't let it run.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Cook on the carry.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain.
Maybe the threat of Russell Wilson running the football there and him handing it off opened a little bit of a lane.
It does, and what also helps, his unselfishness. Because he's not a quarterback who's going to take it every time and pull it from the running back and keep it. He will hand it inside when the reads are correct.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Taken down by Bobby.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Check out read. Hey, alert.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.